Hi everyone, this is Joe. Um, Coming to you all tonight, as promised. I give you a backstory. Had some friends of mine bring up that a Facebook page out of Warren County, Missouri, shared a single model run of the American GFS that's run 4 times a day. Show 20 plus inches of snow in the whole state of Missouri. Um, we kind of had a laugh because I told them that I would embarrass them at work if I caught them trying to tag me like they threatened. And, a lot of people come to me for my thoughts when it comes to the weather due to my love and joy of it and contributions with the University of Missouri and Dr. Anthony Lupo and the various peer-reviewed papers we've done. Now, the first thing that I'm going to show you is the National Blended Model that's utilized by the Weather Service. Here's a list of all of the models that are put into what I'm going to show you. So here's the European majors. This is the Canadian. Here are all of the American, the INSEP. WPC is the Weather Prediction Center. The FNMOC is the Navy model. Here's some more Canadian. And more Canadian, more, these are waves, so that's has nothing to do with what we will look at though. So that ought to give you an indication of just how in-depth this is going to be regarding this forecast that's done by the National Weather Service. As you can see, the 19 Zulu cycle is what was run. It's showing 7 a.m. on the 21st right now. Predominant weather, as you can see on the graph here, you got two different layers, if you will. Light snow is here, and the heavy snow is the darker blue. So we're going to go ahead and move forward. As you can see, by 10 o'clock in the morning on the 21st, light snow is moving into Iowa. And it's still going. Now the heavy snows into the northwest section of Iowa. That's 7 p.m. that night, with light snow moving into the far northwest corner of Missouri and Illinois for that matter. Heavy snow now is basically blanketing all of Iowa. Moving forward, now it's moving into northwest sections of Illinois and central Missouri. Now, this is 7 a.m. on the 22nd that the heavy snow is starting. Still going into the sorry, having a brain fart. That's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And here at 7 p.m., heavy snow is blanketing Illinois and St. Louis area down close to the Boot Hill. Still going into the early morning hours of the 23rd. And as you can see, you still have light snow happening all the way into 7 a.m. on the 23rd for eastern sections of Iowa and Missouri. Fine, and now going strong into Illinois, all of Illinois. St. Louis is still under that impact. So here we are, Christmas Eve morning, 1 a.m. And Chicago is still going strong at 7 a.m. Now the next thing that I'm going to show you is the temperature. So we'll go ahead and move that forward to, I think it was like 65 hours. Yeah, that's pretty close. 7 a.m. on the 21st, you can see the cold front moving forward here. I'm actually moving backwards. Let's go try that a little bit more. Okay, so yeah, that helps. On the 20th, you can see now, as we move forward, the cold air will push down. All that blue is below zero. I mean, purple, my fault. Lower 30s here. This here, that's time stamped on 77. So on the 21st at 7 p.m., you know, you're in your 30s here in central Missouri along I-70, upper 20s from, say, Springfield into Peoria and whatnot, while it's 14 in Des Moines. And here's the cold front really pushing hard. By 7 p.m. on the 22nd, it's 5 degrees in Columbia, 4 in the Quad Cities of Davenport, and brisk 4 below in Des Moines. 2 below at 7 a.m. on the 23rd in Columbia, Missouri, roughly. 8 below in Des Moines. Now, let me see if I can get this here. Ah, that's the one I want. So, I'm going to move this a little bit back, because the next thing that I'm going to show you are the wind gust. So here are the wind gusts moving forward. And this is all anti-front, so it's behind the front. Here you can see it pushing 24 miles an hour in far northwest Iowa. But look how it strengthens here. You're looking at 34-mile-an-hour wind gust in Des Moines, 36 in KC, 35 in Springfield, Missouri, and 31 miles an hour in Columbia. Now, keep this in mind. Look at the timestamp. You're looking at 7 p.m. on the 22nd. All right? And the reason I'm going to let you know why I'm bringing this up. And now the 30-plus mile-an-hour wind gusts have gone into Illinois. Look at that, 41 miles an hour wind gust over Springfield. And I have a feeling that it might be conservative. Finally. Now it's starting to lighten up here in Columbia. 31 on the 23rd at 7 p.m. So remember that. You had 7 p.m. on the 23rd, 31 mile an hour wind gust. So 24 hours. 24 hours of wind gust that high. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. National Weather Service definition for a blizzard is: a blizzard means that the following conditions are expected to prevail for a period of 3 hours or longer. A sustained wind or frequent gust to 35 miles an hour or greater. Considerable falling and or blowing snow, reducing the visibility frequently to less than a quarter mile. So it is going to be very close, in Missouri at least, to being under a blizzard warning because of just the winds alone. Now, whether or not the National Weather Service will issue a blizzard warning, going to be close, because, I mean, we won't know until it gets closer that the winds will gust over 35. But regardless, it's going to be so windy out there. And even if you have 1 inch of snow on the ground, that 1 inch can create visibility of a 1/4 mile or less. So you have to keep that in mind too. Now let's talk wind chills. Excuse me. Let's go with 35 miles an hour. And our temperature of -5 in Colombia. Oops. So -5 with a 35 mile an hour wind gust gives us a wind chill of 34 below. So that's just going to be horrendous. So let's go for Des Moines at 12 below. That's 44 below zero wind chill. That's just outrageous. Central Illinois looks like it'll be, actually Central Illinois, their wind gust was in the 40s. So they're probably at roughly 35 below. Close, 36. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the key point. No matter how much snow we get on the ground, bluntly put, it's going to be damn cold. You know, the wind chill going anywhere from, for a long period of time, between 20 and 44 below, depending on whether you're in Iowa, Missouri, or Illinois, is very life-threatening if you are out there for too long. So keep that in mind. I'm going to come over to what we call the SIPS analog set. So this analog was run today at 7 a.m. And I'm going to choose this one. And our top analogs, a lot of you that are my age or older, remember these. Look at this. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 dates from 79. Now, those are some amazing winners there. My friends in St. Louis, you remember this one. 82, January 31st. That was a interesting, from what I'm told, sorry about that, storm. So let's look at some of these snow maps. Here's 79, January 13th. 2014, January 5th. That's another one that St. Louis got a good hefty amount of snow. 1993, Central Missouri got a good swath. I'm trying to find the other one. Here's another 79. And there's 82. So let's go back. And then instead of picking this square, we're going to pick this square. Same thing, you got some 79s there. So that's another sign that this is not playing around. Now this one, I remember. We called it the New Year's Day storm in central Illinois of 1999. I was just telling a friend of mine that Peoria was dumping all of their snow into the Illinois River. Peoria was shut down for roughly 4 days. A lot of people were very upset at the Public Works department. Sorry. So I'll never forget that one. I lived in Metamora and worked at the Bloomington Post Office. Needless to say, the snow fences did not help at all. The wind was blowing, and the drifts were over every single Illinois state road that you tried to go through. So, that's another thing that we got to think about is when guidance keeps pointing to an impressive storm. We're not going to be able to say the numbers. That's why I was just showing you the analog sets, and this is what we're looking at. There's still a lot of time where it can move east or west from what was being shown. Here, let me show you as an example. Instead of the Ohio Valley, let's go national. Let's go to continental U.S. Instead of this, we'll go with surface. So this was the latest. No, this wasn't. That is. And they're running the brand new model, the Zero Zulu, out right now. So here's the storm. Now this model is the American, and it has what we call, or what I nicknamed, was a Little Egypt track. And it goes right over Cairo, Illinois, hence the Little Egypt. And it winds up very quickly. So it goes from 1004 at 3 Zulu and drops to 983 by, oh, that's even more impressive than I thought. Oh, wow. In less than 12 hours, it's down to 979. So that's technically the definition of a bombing cyclone. So, again, for central Missouri, central Illinois, love that cat. That is the track that you want for a very impressive snowstorm. It's a Little Egypt track, maybe a little bit more northwest, but still, this far out, having that kind of a track is impressive. I'll go ahead and show the temperature on this one. And also we'll show the wind chill. So there we go. -1 in Columbia. Single digits as highs. 7 p.m. on Christmas Eve, it will be 3 below in Columbia. You're going to be waking up to 8 below. Oh, so I was actually wrong. Instead of 3 below, that's the 23rd on at 7 p.m. You're going to wake up to 8 below on Christmas Eve. 10 below in Springfield, Missouri, according to this model. And then Christmas Day, you are going to wake up to 26 below in Columbia. 23 below in Springfield. So let's look at now again, this is only one model. These are wind chills. Wind chill of 31, 30 below. So again, that I cannot stress enough how dangerous this will be. If you all have any questions, feel free to comment on my Facebook post underneath. Y'all take care. Be safe. I will update tomorrow.